taking the first step to decriminalizing marijuana. Today is the first reading of a proposed ordinance that would allow police officers to issue a civil citation for anyone with less than 20 grams of pot rather than a criminal citation. There's a public hearing and it's happening at 10:30 this morning. But what does that mean? All of us have a lot of questions, and Dane Heptner, our attorney, of course, today is Ask a Lawyer Day, and you're going to answer the questions for us.
I'm going to do my best.
Okay, so what you're reading is that the amount, 20 grams or 3/4 of an ounce, some people are saying that's not that much. You're saying it's a decent amount.
Yeah, it is a fair amount. I've read on a couple of websites that it kind of corresponds with 35 to 40 marijuana cigarettes, personal use cigarettes. And so, kind of depending maybe on what side of the issue you sit, that might seem like a lot, or it might seem like a little.
Now, you've heard a lot of rhetoric. People want to legalize medical marijuana. States like Colorado have recreational marijuana.
Right.
Decriminalize it. What does that mean?
Well, decriminalizing, what the ordinance does is it doesn't take the criminal statute off the books. There's still a first-degree misdemeanor. But it gives the officer who's at the scene the discretion to either charge the person criminally or they can impose a fine. Now, depending on how many offenses you have under your belt, you could be looking at a $75 fine for your first offense, $150 for second, $300 for third, or $400 for fourth.
Now, what does this potentially do for law enforcement? Basically, it's kind of a, forgive my expression, it's kind of a catch and release, and they can maybe move on to something else.
Sort of, yeah. So, again, the officer has the discretion to charge the person criminally. So if you go out and you rob a bank, and then when the cops catch you, you have marijuana on you, they can certainly add that charge to your rap sheet and bring that criminal charge. However, if you're caught with a roach in your car and the kids in the back seat, does the officer want to put the family through that experience of handcuffing mom and dad and putting them in the cop car for maybe a half a gram of marijuana? So it is sort of like a catch and release type of thing, and it's putting the trust back in the police officers to make the right call under the circumstances.
That's a great example. I never would have thought of an example like that.
Sure.
When it comes to police discretion. So if I was arrested under the current statute now, charged with a misdemeanor, right?
Correct. First-degree misdemeanor.
And then they decriminalize it down the road. What does that mean for me?
Well, the law does not favor retroactive application of new laws.
Okay.
And so if you currently have a charge pending, in all likelihood, you're still on the hook. But the prosecutor who's bringing the case and prosecuting the case does have the discretion to maybe drop the charges or, have you go into some sort of pretrial diversion program, something like that. And another important thing to keep in mind about this new ordinance is it's only affecting adults, 18-year-olds and up. So 16, 17-year-olds, they want to still communicate to them that, hey, use of marijuana is not a good thing. It's not legal by any means. And so they want them to undergo, treatment through a drug program, a pretrial diversionary program.
Now, really quickly, we ran out of time. But if you do have a client, what would be your advice to them if they have, let's say if this does pass,
sure,
and they have 20 grams or less, what would be your advice? To let the police officer know ahead of time, or let them?
Well, everyone has an expectation of privacy in their car, in their home, and so you can waive that privacy right and let the officer search you, or you can, refuse to go to that search, and then they can always bring a K9 unit out there. I always would tell my client, if you've got something on you, make sure that they either have a warrant or the K9's coming out before you let them search your car and subject yourself to prosecution.
Okay, Dane, I appreciate it. It is Ask a Lawyer Day. We just asked a lawyer, and you can ask many more of these lawyers. We'll put the phone number on our website, fox13news.com. Also, we're answering questions ahead. They're answering questions on our website, or on our Facebook page. That runs until 9:30. Russell?
I want to thank you. And